Y'all got a, let me see a scale right there.
Scale?
Yeah, man.
Alright, let's do this, Chris. Oh, we get an ashtray.
Right, yeah, y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Alright. Shit.
Big dog. I should have. I didn't even get
Alright,
to
one
get my
five.
liquor for real.
That ain't enough for it.
So I say you about to be smoking all paper, boy.
You want a shot or something, fam?
Grab, you sound stupid.
Yeah, man, shit, nigga, we chillin', bro. All y'all like alright.
What y'all was drinking last night when I called you?
Man, Patron and Henny.
Oh my god.
Trinity, nigga.
Patrinicity.
I heard.
That's pretty good.
Y'all was here last night?
No, we was at my cousin's shit. My cousin Sierra.
Oh,
There ain't no cups.
Right?
We just brought it up.
Excuse me. Like I knew
Y'all
my.
drinking
We convinced old boy to switch over.
Cognac.
He was like, a couple years ago I jumped light and dark and I just couldn't do it no more. We like, bro. Look.
We like, bro, fuck all that stuff. Get your fucking cup, nigga.
And pull the hand up.
We was dang.
Lit, dog. I was so fucking lit last night, dog.
Then I tell you I see her house, like, don't let me drink no more, dog. I'm fucked up.
See, something told me not to come.
You about to be
I
high.
was
Yeah,
gonna
you
drop.
should have.
What?
I'm
Oh, that's
glad
I'm
you
going
did.
back to the east.
If you was there, bro,
Yeah.
Oh my.
we would have been way more pettier than I was.
We would have been a lot
Because I
more.
was already being petty.
I think we would have been a lot more drunk.
Whose water is it?
You gotta maintain your business as well. Your image.
No, we would have been a lot more petty. Trust me, bro. Just believe when I'm reading between the lines.
Oh no, I know.
If I get one in the back,
I can believe it. I can believe it. Cause I ain't shit sometimes. You feel me?
Oh, no, you definitely wouldn't have been shit.
You feel me? So.
Alright.
Good times, right?
And so I'm glad I got y'all here though. Cause
I'm for a house today.
it's a full fucking house, as you can see. Yeah, it looks like the Wu-Tang Clan is here. But plus a lady, so that's not a part of the Wu-Tang. But we missing Homegirls podcast. They are late, so we just gonna start this shit because I really do want to know. Like, it's different words and phrases. It's kind of like, what the fuck? What happened to the motherfuckers? It's like, in 2009, niggas was spending guap and shit. It's like, don't nobody use fucking guap no more. It like went from guap to fucking chicken to what is niggas just saying now? It's just cheese, right? It's just like niggas just saying cheese. It's pape, cheese and pape. Like, it's not many, right? It's just like, but it's even like Doja. Like, this nigga Master P smoked all that shit up because nobody say fucking Doja no more. Like, was that a strain or was it like was that just reefer?
Alright, so what's the difference between, you know, the difference between.
You gotta get it while it's there, like. That's what I'm saying. Like certain song, even when I drop the song, she's like, I gotta do that bitch right now. Cause ain't nobody just about to just be saying that shit again in about like a year. And shit like that. Shit be going in phases. People gotta understand that shit. Yeah, the word might still be here.
Yeah. So with no further introduction, my name is J Focuz, aka whatever. Just don't call me a bad rapper.
And I am Kary, a.k.a. your auntie Sneaky Link. And this is the Wake and Bake Podcast.
And my name is Dajazz, aka Mr. Fuck Your Bitch, and listen to your mixtape and laugh at it.
Rolling Stone and Yellow. Rolling Stone and Yellow, the nigga that's always under the bridge.
And we going to get more to our guest being here. We going to let y'all know who he is right after this. It's the WNBP Podcast. Get it.
It's for the people that do it. I mean, do it for real though.
Would you do it for love?
Yeah. Could've left a long time ago. Fuck it, where I'ma go? A brother back in the house. Could've let Obama go. Do it cause you love a nigga. Advice from my mama go. Those who just follow green, they the first kind of go. Being broke ain't a joke. You too comical. 7 digits, nigga. 2 commas, ho. Make your first million and don't make it your last. Don't come if you ain't ready. Don't try to make it too fast. Can't learn shit if you never make it to class. Can't just recycle what should be placed in the trash. I started wanting more money and a Stacy Dash. A car that costs a house and a place to crash.
Young, married in our
is. You be surprised how many times women look at you weird. When it comes to dreams, things closer than they appear. This is yet another J Focuz versus fear. It could start careers or end them for good. Was in the sticks, facing woods, now in the city, facing woods. I kept on trying, no matter if I really should. The odds are against me, but that ain't understood. But in the current climate,
Chill shit. Went back to that.
58.
Technically, this is episode 55 of the Thewakenbakepodcast, but we are about 75 in. 75 in.
Coming back for the 100.
Let's go.
It's gonna be celebratory for the 100.
For sure, we gonna be.
We gonna roll up 100 blunts.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
I'll take 100 grams.
But the guy here today, man, old dude from the block, man. This dude is the first dude in Detroit to say sheesh. He is the first dude.
Man.
All right, look.
Man.
I remember we used to get high as shit, bro, back in the day, smoking weed while we was teenagers, dog. And I also remember back when Doughboys Cash on the team Eastside was popping. You and the group you was in was running around doing y'all thing, stuff like that. So introduce yourself.
You talking about the Guava Getters?
Yeah, Guava Getters.
They still going strong, man. They still doing their thing. But me, this Diinero, Big Nero. Follow me on IG, BIGG__Nero, NERO. Yeah, we about to get to it. Shit, we gonna talk crazy shit.
Do you have any aliases that you like to refer to yourself as or other people may?
Oh, me, nah, shit, Mr. Sheesh. That's about it right now.
I like that shit.
Mr. Sheesh.
Yes. That is we gonna talk a little bit more about that too. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and play it in a minute, but so I did want to ask y'all, because I've just been thinking about fucking Pac, dog. We sitting around listening to this nigga album, dog, the other night, All Eyes on Me, and I'm like, what are the best top 3 your favorite Tupac songs? We can start wherever y'all right.
All right, so my top favorite, my number one favorite is I Ain't Mad at You. That's my joint right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's that shit.
Man, Tupac off the Boosie Collins, straight ballin'.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Straight ballin'.
Oh, that's the first one?
That's the first one,
I
straight
ain't gonna
ballin'.
lie.
I'll say, wonder why they call you bitch.
I like that.
You got them all?
I say, damn, I can't go wrong with
Nah,
it.
don't worry about it.
Do it,
Think
just
about
do
it.
it.
Think about it.
I gotta go with Unborn Child, or a Letter to My Unborn Child. That's my favorite. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. Fuck it, I'm gonna go straight ballin', dog. Like straight ballin' is just one of them joints, man. It's one of them ones. Yeah, okay. See, look, still ballin' is even one, but not. I don't think it's one of the top though. But I get you though. He went crazy.
Alright, so this. I get you. I can't go all top 3, but
Hold on.
wait.
So this is a conversation, but we do gotta go one at a time.
So this not like all in order, but my next one gotta be Pain, the one off the Above the Rim soundtrack. Yeah. So that's my shit. You feel me?
Nice. Okay, I'll just focus, and I'm calling. Never Had a Friend Like Me, and that was Gridlocked soundtrack.
Okay,
A lot of people not hip to that deep cut.
No, that was my shit.
Man, what about the song with Keisha Cole?
No, playing cards right. That's my shit.
Hawk's Life. That is not Shanti.
He talking about that. I wanna be the one.
That's that shit. Play your cards right.
I don't like that.
So y'all not playing
What
that?
about Thugs
Mansion?
Thugs Mansion with Anthony Hamilton.
Didn't we have a discussion about that one?
Yeah, during the verses.
Yeah. So, but that's a good one. But I don't know, bro.
Troublesome 96.
Damn,
Oh,
he just
shit,
took-
Troublesome
he just
96.
took- All right, since you say Troublesome 96, I gotta go with Bond first.
Damn, that's number 3.
The last album on Machiavelli.
Oh.
I mean, last song on Machiavelli. I'm sorry.
They don't give a fuck about us.
Ooh. Okay.
Shit.
Man, anything that had Jewel on it.
Hey, shout out to Joel.
Fast.
Last episode 54, we broke down what happened to Joel right there on the top of the screen. Click that motherfucking thing right there, and you can go ahead and check out a little bit of that. Yeah. All right, and I guess, man, and that third one is tough.
was having this conversation the other day with we were sitting there just getting fried listening to the Pac albums, and he said some fried junk. He said Tupac got the sophomore slump according to his albums. You know what the sophomore slump is, right?
Yeah, that second album, Don't Bust.
Yeah, like the first was sweet.
Oh, okay.
So his second album is Strictly For My Niggas, and his first album is Tupacalypse Now.
Who was that? Who was they with? Was they with Death Row, or that was before he got with
This
Death Row?
before Death Row. This was way before Death Row.
That's why.
Like, Tupacalypse Now to me is a classic. It had Brenda's Got a Baby.
Classic.
What else happened there? What's the Friend song?
With my
homies call.
What's the Friend song?
That was on Tupacalypse Now?
No.
That wasn't on Lil.
That was
Lil Homies.
Lil
Lil Homies is a top
Lil
fucking
Homies.
rank.
That's what it was.
Honorable mention, number fucking 4. Die tonight, let's get high. Right? Yeah, man, that's one of them joints, man. Honorable mention. But yeah, I do think following that album, Tupacalypse Now, Strictly For My Niggas just didn't hit. And I think even on a commercial level, just musically, it wasn't all the way there. It had Keep Your Head Up on it. You know what I'm saying? Holla if you hear me. But I don't think it really compares. I don't. What y'all think?
I think that just put him like out there, like to know who the fuck Pac is with like Trapped and all those type of songs. But that shit wasn't no classic though.
Did he fall off then in that case?
No, I wouldn't say he fell off. He didn't fall off. He just really was riding that wave. You feel?
Okay.
So that means he called the sophomore slump then if you saying that. Because Tupacalypse Now, it was like he was speaking about cultural shit that they weren't talking about in the media and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Strictly For My Niggas wasn't that. Like, he didn't have Brenda's Got a Baby on Strictly For My Niggas.
I got a question that's gonna stir up some shit, right? It's about Tupac. Is Tupac a legend just because he died while he was sweet?
No. This is negative.
Yes and no. Yes.
This is negative and positive. You're right. It's a negative and positive. What you got? Why?
I would say yes, because you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I would say no, because he actually embodies everything we want from a rapper or artist. Everything. Lyrics, we want to be gangster, I want that shit to be true. Nigga, I want you to be musically intelligent. Nigga, all that shit. You had it all.
He for sure in every angle. He was in every angle.
He damn near control a nigga emotions.
You know what I'm saying?
He had you one minute want to go ride on some niggas, the next minute let me call my mom.
Let me call my mom,
yeah. You know what? Yeah, where the hoes at?
You know what I'm saying?
Let me not even call them hoes.
It be like that. For real. You going through emotional roller coaster listening to him.
Fucking with him, you be in that motherfucker.
I'm be off now.
That was a good point.
Yeah.
And I do think so too.
Control your emotions, you feel me? That's what they lack.
But that's what makes artists great, and I guess that can go into like a topic about like pain in music, and does the pain actually help it, and then how we talk about how we like our artists to be sad, shit like that. We could go there, but we're not. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. What are the top 3 Tupac songs? I want to talk about this shit, and guess what? If you say some bullshit, you know what type of time I'm on. I'm arguing with you niggas down there. Let's go! Y'all know how I give it up over here on the Wake and Bake podcast. I'm treating you niggas like you right here on the show. Nigga, let's go. And so, speaking of, oh yeah, man. And they have a great time arguing with me. It be fun as fuck too. Going back and forth with them niggas, man. Engagements. But yeah, so I was going through some posts. And I gotta go find it again. Shouldn't be that hard though. But one of these posts came from Meek Mill. He posted some shit. He posted some shit on Twitter not too long ago. Hold on. What's up? What'd he say?
He said, damn, everybody got their own. That's how we do at the Wake and Bake podcast, man. That's how we do it.
Hey, man, you know, I heard it was the Wake and Bake, man, so I don't know if you want to take your time, but, you know.
What you got? What you got?
I'll roll it for you, man.
And put it on the table.
Advertise yourself real quick.
Advertise
yourself.
We can get you on the table.
That's cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, you didn't even have to grab shit.
But yeah, so.
You say we can roll some of this shit?
But the definition of a mixtape / EP is when a project is not profited off of. Now, this is coming from Meek Mill himself. If it was sold on a platform under a label.
My bad.
we probably ain't gonna get it far from the mic. If you were, if it was sold on a platform under a label and they own that project, how could it not be counted as an album? Especially if the label owns it and made profit. What does it count as? Nothing.
So labels getting off.
I mean,
They've been getting off big time.
I mean, shit.
Labels ain't making niggas do
Who was the judge?
I mean, yeah, but you
Call
also.
it an album or a mixtape.
Now they tell you when the label, sometimes the label don't pay too much attention. I think I can talk about it. Sometimes the label don't pay you as an artist too much attention because they got multiple acts. And so the key is for that artist to go ahead and heat up the streets. I need to be main priority on the label. And if somebody else is paying the bills right now, I got to step up and make sure that they know that I'm buzzing right now. So they put them out as a means to capture that buzz. And it was a plus for you at a point in time back when 50 Cent and it was promotional usage only stamped on the CDs. Back when it was the CD era, it made sense. But to me, it's going to take, hold on, I got my exact take. The only way to ensure that labels do not profit off of mixtapes is to use mad samples. That's all you can do. If you sample fill that bitch, they are never going to be able to put it on a platform and not get any of the streaming. You can put that shit on your YouTube channel and slap the fuck out.
Let me ask you this though. How long does the sample have to be? Can I just take one drum sound from it?
No, hell
I think it's like 7 seconds. I think it's 7 seconds is the rule.
Of the beat?
Yeah, you need 5 seconds. So really, you can literally do it at the start. You can do it at the start. That's the intro to the song and shit. And then you just drop like
I want to do it at the end, where it's about time you turned it off, you ain't even listen to that part anyway.
Kanye West Bound 2 style. That nigga just dropped the sample at the end. I know. Like I think that's what you kind of need to do in order to get around this system. I think that's like a pothead theory, but maybe I'm tripping. But hey, let me know what y'all think, man. I mean, do y'all think it's any other way to really, for artists to not this be their downfall? Is there any other way?
No, that shit. Can't be their downfall. That shit is hard because if you want to say that, just look at Drake with that. What was that one mixtape he had dropped, and they had turned it into an album.
If you read this.
No, not that. They did that to that one too. But what was the first one when he first
Okay,
came
So Far
out?
Gone.
So Far Gone. That one. Now, remember, he done already put it out, you feel me? So many people done heard it, he ain't get nothing off of the label after he got signed and put it out as an album. And it counts. Well, it don't count to them as an album. But they making money off of it.
Them mixtapes setting you up to get so much money. Yeah. If you look at Wayne wouldn't have got none of that money he got if he ain't put out none of them mixtapes.
You gotta think though.
So that shit turned him up and like shit. Now when it's time for an album, he got niggas waiting for that bitch.
But that's the only person that really killed the.
That's like giving out testers, bro.
He the who
You ain't expecting no money back. But they gonna come back though.
50 Cent Jr. was running shit with the mixtape game.
But Gucci wasn't even doing it like Wayne, though.
Not to that level like Wayne. So look, I just put it to this to make all of it short. It's like if you hot, that shit gonna sell whether the record label could do anything about it or not. If your shit hot, it's hot. You can't stop some shit, dog. It's a wave. When a tsunami coming, that shit is
they gonna make some money some way off of that nigga.
But that's the thing, though, right there.
Focus, man.
We always gonna make some money off of it, but as artists, our main resources of the money is the show money. That's why we put out the mixtapes.
And with
but look, all that's up to you. The label has nothing to do with your.
Now that is okay. So now that also
Make you put out mixtapes.
they do. They pretty much do.
You ain't gotta deal with them if your shit is hot. That's all I'm saying.
Right. It's a scam. It's a scam.
It's a lot of artists that never had mixtapes who don't got mixtapes. You feel me?
Or albums, but
But they can use their singles to heat up. Like that's the key. Like if your single is hot enough and you slapping, then you slapping.
Y'all think Baby was going to Wayne and say, "Fucking album, drop another mixtape"?
See, now that was a different time. Now that was a different era. That was the real mixtape era.
That was a mixtape era.
I just thought it was.
Business has changed from then to now.
I just thought of it
Thanks
as
to
artists.
Wayne. Thanks to Lil Wayne, the shit has changed. It's like you gotta put out a mixtape. Cause it's like, dog, this nigga will put out 8 mixtapes and a classic album. Like, what the fuck is this young man doing?
The fuck is this young
That's
man
because
doing?
they put all that time in the
His
studio.
work ethic was
That's
something
why.
crazy. Why ain't work ethic?
He don't be partying like everybody else. His ass be
Going crazy. So why not? That's just like NBA YoungBoy today. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna drop 6 albums. You not gonna convince me none of these fucking joints is mixtapes. No, I'm dropping 6 of them bitches. And Joe Budden mentioned that on his podcast how the beats. I think it was like a point where like eventually people wanted to try to get around the system of mixtapes and create better music by not creating based off other people's shit. So they started using original beats, and that still was the mixtape era. So once the artist started going, you know what? Fuck 1 or 2 original beats, like Wayne have like a I'm Single or something on his shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was a bunch of instrumentals prior to that though. So it's kind of like sometimes they drop a joint with an original beat, but it makes money.
Why do you think that is?
It's because of the simple fact that they all wanted to create better product. You can only create so much of a product based on somebody else's shit because everybody's already familiar with the other joint. Now you can Lil Wayne it and steal the song pretty much, you know what I'm saying, because your performance was so stellar, but Wayne was doing that on a consistent basis where niggas wouldn't be able to do it. It was like every song that's popular out is Wayne's. You can literally put Wayne's verse at the end and call it a remix and it'll go.
And that's why I think, to go to your point, that's why I think they started switching to original beats because, you feel me, if I drop a song and another nigga go do my shit and do it better than me, no, we gotta stop this song, right? You know what I'm saying? We gotta put a stop to this. No.
Why was fucking nigga songs over, dog? Oh my god.
You know how many
He'll make you not even want to drop a. If you had a hot song back then, you damn near didn't want to drop it because he was about to drop it and make that bitch hotter. Like, oh, hold up, how you gonna do me
It
like
was
that?
it was sometimes niggas got kicked off their own song.
Yes,
bro, it was
like,
Lil Wayne's
dog,
song.
come on now. Like, y'all got me fucked up.
Like, nah, bro, we gonna take care of this, bro.
Like, stop. Get your own beat, nigga. Get your own beat. Fuck
He was at his
that.
prime. I could have never been an
I
artist.
wish Wayne would do that to Sheesh. He get on Sheesh beat and go crazy.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Wayne, you a bold ass nigga, dog. I couldn't even shine for a minute. You got me fucked up.
How many niggas?
They ain't even talk about my shit no more. They like, yo, you heard Wayne on Sheesh? Like, man, what? Fuck my song, huh?
Right, yeah. He called it She's Freestyle. I don't know.
Listen to the freestyle now. They ain't even banking my
Forget
shit.
you even had a song to it. When they hear you, they're like, damn, he gonna steal Wayne shit.
Man,
Right, that's how they gonna be.
fucked up, dog.
Damn, this nigga that took Wayne
No,
beat
he
and did a
took my
song to
shit.
it.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Bro, I couldn't have been an artist. They say Wayne on the track. I'm not getting on it.
I'm not getting on that bitch. Not during that time.
But see, my whole thing is, hey, I'm down. Like, as an artist myself, like, if I'm paying you to get on a song, I want you to fucking wash me, dog. Like, I want to get washable bars from you. You're not gonna understand that you about to get smoked. Hopefully, you at the studio with me so we can see, like, hey, you're getting smoked right now. So if you want to change some shit, go ahead. But I'm done.
You know what that song gonna do.
I see this shit, look, bro.
But look, this song about to go crazy.
You take a nigga like DJ that came out with Walk It Out, right? You know his budget wasn't that fucking big. So when Lil Wayne come around and hop on your shit, nah, nigga, you got a free remix. So you eating. You done made my song more longevity than what the fuck it was gonna be. So
in that case, it played out good for DJ because he was still on the song.
You feel
You feel me? Where other niggas, you know, once Wayne do your beat, it's just him and it's just me and him.
Who remembers Mike Jones' second album?
But you gotta
You don't
think
remember
though.
that.
You don't remember that first song?
Hold on, what was
Right.
We remember. I'm about to say we remember. Might be flying in the sky, flying with the fishes, or maybe in the ocean, swimming with the. See, my life is.
Luckily, Swag Surfing never dying.
Yeah.
Never died, but that's one of the few songs that was able
Watch
to
my
stand back up and
shoes.
Yeah. Oh my
But
god.
you gotta think though. He do that shit and he didn't fuck around. Like let's say you done dropped the song about 6 months ago or whatever, and then Wayne come out a year later and kill your beat. Nigga, he done brought you back to life, nigga.
He done brought you back to life.
Like, where you get this beat from?
Hey,
Depends on how far your original song was.
even if he killed me, I ain't tripping. It's Wayne, bro.
Right. My price just went up. You got me fucked up. My price up. My.
Come on.
That's crazy. A whole generation of that. It's a whole generation.
Niggas ain't just hopping on anything at the same time. So if Jay-Z was to hop on some shit, nigga, go ahead, do your motherfucking thing, dog.
So hey, what do y'all think? is the only way to ensure that labels can't profit off of mixtapes in this current streaming era is to make it sample heavy or just use samples in it somewhere just to, like, you could turn it all the way down. But the musicologists are going to find it. Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what time it is. You know what type of time I'm on. It's a fucking argument. If you got something to say, that mean you work for the labels. You work for them peoples, cuz. What that nigga, them peoples. That's what fucking Juvenile used to say. Shit. Man.
The best way to stop it is stop signing with them.
Ooh, god damn.
But what you think about what 50 said though? Where he was like, shit, basically for everybody, if you independent, you know a label is gonna come look at you. When they look at your catalog, if you like say you got a label, you sign yourself to a label, or you're to your own label. When you drop your shit and they come to sign you, they gonna look at your numbers based off of what you did, instead of, how about this, just call your mixtape an album. Mm-hmm. That way, when they come look at your shit, they can't go off of them numbers, and they gotta hit you with what you work off of just that.
And so now that is another discussion too, because that's something that Nipsey Hussle talked about, as the fact that when you drop something and you categorize it as an album, you literally have to, that's the start of your career for the most part. And so they can give you a deal based on how well your first album did. So you don't want to categorize anything as an album prior to a deal if you want to join that label structure, because it's just simpler to answer like a bunch of kind of shit at once. Like, it's a lot simpler and faster to get on and to actually put yourself into a position when the label is funding it. Like, Dirk just said he got like a $40 million deal. Who knows how believable that is? But who also knows how much work and time and all that shit that he's going to have to put in behind that $40 million advance. So,
40 million is
all right. And this was recent. It might be true. It might not be. I'm about to say.
Right now, I can believe, probably possibly believe that's 30.
It's potential, man. It's a lot of potential there. But we gon' come right back. We're about to take a break. And we're back.
The only reason rappers complain about that now is because back then it wasn't the internet. People wasn't grabbing your mixtapes for free. They probably had street runners for them out there selling their shit. They was getting paid.
But shit, it's already
So now it's a problem, nigga. That shit hit the internet for free. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little mad too. And the label gonna take my shit and make some money.
And you in the 360 deal? Nigga, that's fucked up. That 360 deal plus you taping my shit off my mixtape, man. Well, come on now.
Get the shows off of it.
You taking money off my shows too.
Man, so hey.
Shit, at that point, you gotta use your show money to pay them back if you ain't making, because it ain't an album, it's a mixtape, so you ain't making no money off of it.
You feel me? So shit.
It's only so many things you can do. Let us know. Is we right? So, you want to go ahead and jump into, guess what? You motherfucking guessed it. Is it a motherfucking topic?
So what we do here at the Wake and Bake podcast, we go through old school albums. I don't know, that's telling our age when we talk about these albums. Go through certain artist catalogs and see if they have a classic album. Something we also do here, since I'm such a encyclopedia for music, I'm gonna tell you what the album sold in the first week without looking at it. I'm gonna tell you off the top of my head. I'm usually pretty close, or I'm there.
And with this artist today, we finally gonna do it. I've heard of people ask me out in the streets, yo, when is y'all gonna do Jeezy? Fucking today. So let's fucking get into the shits.
Where we gonna stop at? 104? I mean 103?
Yeah, 103, 2011. Yeah, that's perfect. So we'll go ahead and jump into the shits with the first album. Let's get it. Thug Motivation. What's the numbers looking like, Bones?
The first week numbers was between 118 and 180.
All right, give me a second here. And get that up on the big screen. 172. This nigga's good.
I knew you was gonna say that. I did cheat.
You knew? Hey, nah.
I was like,
look, before it was even a topic, Nigga, we was talking about this shit, and that nigga was pinpoint on the motherfucking. Well, you cheated.
Like he didn't know it though.
What?
I'm like, it's somewhere in there.
But yeah, the singles do include And Then What, Soul Survivor, Go Crazy, and My Hood. Holy shit.
That might be a classic. That's a classic.
Whoa. Hey, time out. This is a fucking show. We got a show to do. This shit runs at least like an hour. So, hey.
Just get my shit out the way, please.
Oh, hold on, wait. Okay, time out. So, a lot of different songs, a lot of different things going on here. In this time, we was running around fucking Romulus and shit, doing all type of fucking shit, going into high school, bad as fuck, doing all type of bullshit. But when this album came out, I could not hear it anywhere because Trap or Die, the mixtape, had just came out. And so it created this whole buzz behind this nigga Jeezy, and everybody was behind him. Everybody in the tri-state area was wearing BMF shirts, knowing they ain't in fucking BMF. All type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, things started happening. Getting kicked out from the Snowman shirts. Now, you see why I say this is a show? You gotta give all of this good info. Like, what do you remember from doing at that time? What were you doing?
Hoping like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I was hoping and doing all kind of bullshit I wasn't supposed to be doing. All kind of bullshit. Did I start smoking around that time? When that shit come out? 05? 05?
Shit, niggas is...
I've been doing some fucked up shit a long time. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I already know, man.
So what you got, Stoner?
That motherfucker is a classic, boy. It ain't no way around this. And you also forgot to mention the hype that he had when he had that little run in with Diddy and he did Boys in the Hood. That was back to back. It was the mixtape, the collective album, and then it was his album. And then he dropped So Icy with Jeezy before the beef, around the time before the album.
This shit came in 2005, right? Mm-hmm. It's 2022. He's still getting shows off this shit.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, come on now. Just this one album, he got shows for the rest.
The whole album.
That's what I was about to say. In the verses, you know what I'm saying? This told it all. He did every song.
Yeah, against Gucci, he ain't even really get into no other shit, did he?
Gucci did all things.
He ain't even really get into the other shit. Like, nigga, you kill a nigga. Like, Gucci went crazy. Don't get me wrong. I fucked with them both on the battle. But when a nigga just got so much shit like that, he ain't even get into like the second or third album, I don't think. I think he just let the whole first album ride.
He did like one or two songs off the second album.
Can't ban the Snowman.
Imagine if you get into all the other shit.
This nigga Gucci had to literally like release a song that was a mixtape like right before the show. That this song,
Gucci had to do everything he did on that battle because Jeezy was tearing his ass up on that fucking battle. So you gotta come diss records and everything. Nah, fuck that.
So
fuck that. I ain't about to just go down like that.
Is that a unanimous classic album?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hands down.
Across the board, goddamn, it's a classic.
Is that the best album in 2005?
Yikes! Whoa!
a lot of shit came out.
A lot of shit came. 05 was heavy.
Wayne was hot.
It was a lot.
Tip was hot. Oh man, Game was hot.
Oh, you trying to steal Jeezy love shine right now? Doing that?
This is just what was going on. 05 had a lot of releases.
Gonna give him the classic.
That's a whole nother topic. 05 is a whole topic when it comes to that shit.
Oh, no.
So hey, let us know in the comments. Let's get it. Thug Motivation 101 a classic. Huh. Say no. I dare you. I double dog dare your dumb ass to say that shit. I'm cussing your stupid ass out. Nah, we gonna talk about it though. Civilized discussions. Shit like that. But we gonna keep pushing to Thug Motivation 102. Okay. What you got for me?
Let me give you the numbers, man.
Okay.
Now this sold 180,000 copies the first week.
All right, let's check it out. If you don't think Jeezy got growth, pause. 352,000 first week, man.
That first CD.
What year that come out in?
That was 06. That was 06.
Yeah, the following year that came right out in 06. The singles include I Love It, Go Getter, featuring Thou Shall Not Be Named, and Dreamin'. So it's a lot going on here too, man. What you got though, Bones?
Man, I remember banging this album. I bought it off bootleg from a chick, and then I went to go buy the real album, and I seen it was sweet. They got them on more industry type beats on this. You could tell they was trying to get them to be more polished a little bit.
Definitely.
It didn't really give us Thug Motivation 101 though. Like I didn't really want to. Me personally, I didn't want to hear Gucci, R. Kelly and Jeezy. I didn't want to really hear that. That's it. This album for me.
That's when he tapped into the wifo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tapped into them shit. He tapped into the wifo.
He was a hood king, but me personally, for the art of it, I understand. R. Kelly with the trap rapper just didn't. No, man, I don't want to see that. Give me Trey Songz or somebody, bro. Like, so
you still hear that shit though.
But this wasn't a bad album. It wasn't a bad album.
That's what I'm saying. Like you still hear it. I Love It was cold as fuck. So
yeah. All right, Jeezy.
I'm gonna give this album 3 stars out of 5.
I can see that. I don't know, bro.
There really wasn't no super hits. It really wasn't nothing. I was like, when I Love It came out, it came and went. It was cool. What y'all got?
That shit about right. Me looking at this shit. It ain't really.
But is it a classic though?
Nah.
I say it's a classic. Oh, just off the top 6 songs.
He got some joints on there, but
you know that maybe that 9 to 13 is probably questionable, but you know what I'm saying. All that other stuff is.
You only need about 5 or 6 good songs on the CD.
He got
too.
4 songs
for that. For your CD
to be a classic?
No, not to be a classic. The classic gotta be like a wonder miss. Like damn, this the only song I skipped on that bitch. But most classics out here, you can play that bitch top to bottom.
So is it
okay? So that's the requirement for classic.
Nah.
It's not a classic then. If that's the requirement, if you can bang it from top to bottom, it's not a classic.
Now, I don't think that's all the way the definition, because here, originally when we created this show, the Wake and Bake podcast started as Is It a Classic? So we did 20 episodes of Is It a Classic, or a little bit less than 20 episodes of Is It a Classic? And when we came up with it, the criteria was impact, production, lyrics, what was the other? Record sales, and
what was it, like intangibles,
and intangibles, exactly. And so just the different things that maybe it meant to you, that might have added to the impact of everything, other things that might have went on in the news that made the stock spark up for the album. So those are the things that we think technically will make a classic album. You don't necessarily need to go as no skips. You can skip a couple tracks, but probably just a couple. You know what I'm saying? It can't be too many.
We can't call this a classic if we call it the first one classic.
This is big facts. And the they both went platinum eventually, so the numbers and stuff are there.
Everything you said, it ain't a classic, bro. Like it sold 300 and something thousand, but that was still to build up in the hype
from the last one.
Right, from the last one. Like, oh, he gonna do the same
like,
shit
niggas,
from the last one.
Niggas ain't hear it and was like, damn, this shit fire, man. Let's go tap in and go get this. No, it was, we think he about to come how he came one-on-one. Let's get it. Then the mixtapes was on fire, you know, by that time, Can't Dance Snowman, all that other stuff.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah, and this was definitely Diet 101. He definitely shouldn't have called this shit fucking 102, dog. You should have named it just something else.
This was his commercial album.
Yeah.
Big
This was not a classic. I give it a 4, but it's not.
He had some classic
He has some. He has some.
Okay.
Look, he has some class. Jeezy was a classic. That was a street classic, but it wasn't an industry classic. You feel me?
Yeah.
I Love It was.
That came and went.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
That
Like,
nigga got that shit on
it
video
It
games
came
and
out
shit.
6 months later. We won't listen to that junk no more, man. Soulja Boy came out or something. We ain't listening to that.
no, I mean we did listen to it, but it had a lot of promotional push behind it.
Yeah.
It did. But I can't give it a classic, bro, because to be honest, I bought the deluxe copy and I put the second one in first, and I do this and hood rap from hearing those, and then hearing those sound like more mixtape albums, and then listen to the whole album, it kind of gave it a whole nother twist. You feel me?
Can I say one more thing? I don't call this a classic because I don't know if it's the next album or after that, but Recession was way.
Whoa,
Whoa, hey, okay, hey, time out. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta relax, man. You gotta relax.
You literally like, you asked for the moment, but I need.
That's why you come here to the Wake and Bake podcast. So, I'm gonna go.
Around that time, whatever mixtape was hitting harder than the album, and that's why this one didn't take off the way it did.
So, hey, I'm gonna say it's also not a classic, but let us know in the comments. What do you think? Is this a classic album? I don't know. Maybe I do, and I'll argue about you with it. So, hey, man, talk to me. I talk back. We gonna keep it pushing though, because he got some more albums.
He wanted to talk about.
Yes. So we're gonna move on to the Recession.
Now this album, this was during the time we got the black president, the industry as far as the way records were being sold started to change. I remember this month specifically because the Game came out. It was like the Game, T.I., Lil Wayne, and Jeezy. All them dropped like in a 2-month span. This sold like 250,000 copies the first week. Am I right?
260,000. God damn.
I don't like you, man.
He said 250,000. That's
What?
Oh, okay.
He said 250. Okay, he said 250. Hold up. My bad. He was right.
Bro, I thought I knew like pointless information. Like,
Bro, I've been studying. Bro, all the Billboard charts, I've been studying that junk from like 1950 all the way up to now. I don't know why. As a kid, I just did that junk. Like on my free time, I just did it. Just studied the Billboard.
One of them niggas that never missed the fucking Grammys.
I've been watching the
This
Grammys
nigga just.
years since I was 6.
what's that one show that they had on MTV when they put the motherfuckers in a box? Like they play like tic-tac-toe answering questions. Yeah, I understand that, but you need to be on there and win niggas some money.
The squares.
Yeah.
Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, Hollywood Squares. You need to be on some shit.
Goddamn. They need to bring the Wake and Bake podcast to Hollywood Squares. But hey, singles include Put On, Vacation, Crazy World, My President, and Who Dat. So a lot of stuff was going on around this time, as Bones stated. What's up? Come on, give me what you got.
We feeling with Biden right now how we was feeling with Bush back then. This nigga might need a recession 3 or 2 right now. Talk some crazy shit. Fuck it.
What are you gonna come on there tripping about Biden?
Why not?
Let's go. The Wake and Bake podcast gets political. But yes.
I miss my nigga. And we gonna be talking about Trump. I miss that nigga. Goddamn, we ain't.
The second song gonna be called "Where the Money At."
The second song is definitely called Where the Money At. But yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
So yeah, songs like Welcome Back, just kind of off the bat, like, by the way, like what they want, like it's a lot of stuff that this album has. I mean, and even at the bottom, My President Is Black, he brought fucking Nas out. It's a lot going on here. What y'all got? What y'all got?
Classic.
Whoa, holy shit. God.
Classic.
Woo.
This got some classic moments. Who that still hit when you play that?
Yeah, and man, what?
Put on, come on, man. Who would thought Jeezy and Kanye would make a masterpiece
Kanye went
like
crazy,
that? Come
too.
on, man. That was like Jeezy got the first Kanye auto-tune that we heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't heard that from Kanye. Jeezy put him on that mud. You know what I'm saying?
Done it was cold.
Man, amazing, hustling bit. Man, come on, man. This is a classic.
This damn near get one-on-one and run for his money.
You know what I'm saying? It was like the commercial version or something.
Yeah.
Like he put 101 and 102 together, and it was like, yo, what the heck?
This was the grown man version of Jeezy.
Now that is my point. That's where I was gonna take it, man. This is definitely a maturity level on non-stop growth. Like I said, kind of the start with 102, just not as much growth happening like musically either. Like this was literally his step up in content. He literally tried to remake 102. He figured he didn't need, 101. He figured he didn't need to keep going with the Thug Motivations. And so he came out with The Recession and spoke to the times and sort of solidified Jeezy as one of the staples that was here to stay. So that's big facts. I'm going to say it's a classic too. God damn. Love this album. Love this shit. It is, for different reasons, no. 101 had a different intention, and this one had a different intention. Like, it was just two different intentions. This nigga made niggas trap or die. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the first album. With this album, he made niggas realize, hey, man, we are a part of the economy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really put them two together.
He made niggas vote, bro.
Yeah, this nigga Jeezy made you go vote, man.
What was the last song you listened to on there? And was it recently? Like, do you still back
Definitely.
Yes. When I went on vacation, I definitely was bumping Vacation. Like, it's certain songs that I just kind of, everything as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I bump.
If I invite a hood right over, I'm definitely playing Taking It There. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Wait.
right over. I'm playing him with the USDA. Quick.
No, wait.
Let's go.
Focus, hold up. Kary can't say shit.
No, for real.
When we just had that big ass debate about Anthony Hamilton, you ain't say nothing about
I was
that
on
nigga.
Anthony
Whoa.
Hamilton's side.
No, I'm saying you ain't say nothing about that song on his album yet.
I didn't. It is that bitch though, with Anthony Hamilton and Lil Boosie, obscure collaboration that ended up being fire.
Come on. Your nigga ain't seeing me. Come on, that was one of the best songs on the album.
It was.
Yeah. No arguments here. Consecutive classic. Let us know what you think in the comments. I'm going to argue with you. Yeah. You better say it's a classic, man. But we got one more to go, and it is TM 103. God damn.
Now with this one, I'm a little confused. Can I get the mic?
Okay, my bad.
With this one, I'm a little confused because I remember they kept pushing this junk back because Ross was hot, allegedly, anyway. They kept pushing this back. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say it was in the ones, but I want to say it did like the last one. But I'm going to shoot in the dark and say this sold 180,000 copies the first week. 230. I knew I should have went 200. I knew I should have went 200.
Well, I want to speak on this, and I'm gonna just come straight out the gate and say it. This was a motherfucking classic. Okay, flat out, nigga, front to back. Every song was heat. Every song I know word for word.
This bitch was
Like you would think I wrote it.
I'm looking at the shit now. Yeah, this was a classic.
I give you that one.
I forgot all them songs was on there.
That
Three
shit
of
was
them
fire.
songs get played in the club to this day now. Every time.
I don't think this was a classic.
You hear OJ in that bitch. You hear Way Too Gone in that bitch.
But
Every song.
every time you
Y'all right.
OJ, Super Freak, Way Too Gone, they gone.
Even all we do, that bitch going, all that shit going.
Literally every song is fire.
I do going.
The
all
song
that
with
shit
Jill
going.
Scott.
Every song.
He did a song with Jill Scott.
You forgot.
He did a song with...
And you mean to tell me that Lose My Mind, that was that was on that bitch too? Oh yeah.
No, Lose My Mind wasn't on this. Lose My Mind wasn't on this.
One-on-one. This was nowhere
Lose
near
My Mind
on it.
was
It got
on
some
it.
bangers on there, like y'all say.
Say
Still
on the deluxe. Because that bitch turned the summer up by itself.
Let's hear him talk. He said it wasn't a classic.
It wasn't a classic. Well, just for me, like I say, because I can't put it as a classic. And I already said Recession and the first one. You feel me? Like this wasn't on their level. Yeah, do it got some joints on it as every album will. It got a handful, half the CD gonna be cold, but this wasn't one of them ones for me. This is when he started getting a little bit out his element to me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make more party records and stuff. He succeeded on some of them, but on the other
He
ones,
succeeded on all them bitches to me. You could play about like
I'm going to say
you could play
that
about 6.
I
Play,
agree
but
with
do it hit. If you did a versus between the albums, this one's gonna lose to both of them.
Of course.
I'm glad you said that. Right after this, I got something for you.
No, I don't necessarily agree with that because this is my favorite Jeezy album.
This number one?
Yes.
Whoa.
This is my favorite Jeezy album.
That's more volume.
This shit is motherfucking heat, nigga.
It's a grown man
Like,
album, bro.
This shit is heat.
Well, see, I wasn't grown then.
I wasn't either. I was like, I thought I was grown.
But that's the thing right there. Even though if you think you is, you feel me? It's like it's that mindset it put you in. That's just like right now. If I put on motherfucking Jay-Z American Gangster, nigga, I got on a tuxedo or something. You feel me? It just put me in that mood. You get what I'm saying? Like that album right there, nigga. I'm about to come out the house fresh as hell. But if I'm about to be on some,
put you in that mood because of that album, or do it put you in that mood because when you hear American Gangster, you automatically think Frank Lucas and the movie American Gangster?
It's the sound and it's just like the word,
the words and the beat.
You feel me? Like when I listen to Thug Motivation 101, it get me on some street shit. Like I don't really want to step out of, you feel me, with my lady banging Thug Motivation 101. You feel me? Like I'm gonna be with my niggas. You feel me? That's the mood it's gonna put me in. You feel me? Like
did you say this was a classic?
I think it is.
So what this put you? You
banging
say
101, 102. We banging that shit.
You say 101 put you
So-
on some street shit.
banging all that
So
shit.
this one of your classics.
Y'all
what this
said
put you on?
101.
It just got me on some grown
Hold
man
on.
shit. That's
So I kind of agree with what he's saying, but I disagree too. Like when you compare it to the other albums, it's like, all right, you are getting out of that trap element. It's kind of like the trap thing is a brand now. You know what I'm saying? And this kind of gave us that. However, when you look at this track list and what we listen to today, and it's 10 years later, yeah, this is a classic album. You can play any of these songs now. You do play any of these songs now. The radio played any of these songs now. It's on playlists. It's on your friends' playlists. Any of these songs. Maybe not Fame or maybe that's it. But you know what I'm
I
saying?
do it straight, but ain't nobody playing. I do. Higher Learning, ain't nobody playing that.
I do was Grammy nominated though.
And how you learning? You definitely don't play that.
Oh yeah, you definitely. That's on the smoke playlist.
Right, man, you tripping, man. What's happening? I got some weed. Hey, I'm looking for some weed, man.
Come on, bro.
But hey, let us know
Hip shit.
what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. I want to know your thoughts, and I might argue with you about them. Yeah, let's do it. So, it's a lot going on because I did want to get into, you goddamn right, Battle of the Albums. And guess what it is? Motherfucking Jeezy. Let's go. We here. You producing. Send me your name. I gotta give you a producer credit. Like your actual name. Like I'm gonna give you a producer credit. But this is a big deal because what are our two albums? Is this a competition between The Recession and Thug Motivation 101 or The Recession and 103? What we trying to do?
I say this one and 101 just because they got similar type of songs and a similar type of feel. You know, Recession was more on some, like y'all say, uplifting my people, some damn near grown man shit. So you feel me? That's gonna sound different.
So what y'all gonna battle each song?
Yes, we gonna pretty much kind of go song for song, and we gonna figure out which one is a better album. What you say?
Recession is when the brick man fell off from 101. Everything went sour. Nah, shit. It's a recession, motherfuckers. It's fucked up around this bitch. Had to get back to 101 to get to 103.
Goddamn right.
103, the brick man came back up.
He was back, right in the club, going crazy.
He fell off. We had to run, but now we back, nigga. We back. Let's go.
You funny as hell.
I mean, but shit, if you look
that's
at,
why he was back, because the recession happened. That's 08, right?
Yeah.
Beats got locked up. That's
then
why he was
103
rapping recession, nigga.
Yeah, it was bad then. Then 103 came out, shit like, nigga, we back in business.
if you put all this nigga albums together, it's like the life of a dope dealer. Shit, you had your ups, you had your fall offs, then shit, you came back strong and you finally made it. You had your escape plan.
But
That's probably what he wanted niggas to know, though.
He's still a classic artist. You feel me? Like, you know, ain't no artist in the history had no perfect run. You know, Jay-Z, they arguably say he the best, but it's some songs that we
It's
don't
questionable.
like by Jay-Z.
Who you think? That's question.
Who you think had a perfect run?
I mean, if we can bring all
just off your head.
Michael Jackson.
That first album, second album.
Okay.
Mike,
nigga.
Mike was the GOAT.
Can I rephrase that?
And I was gonna say that, but they said it before.
Man, Off the Wall was so hard. I don't know, like
I ain't arguing with them.
People be talking about Thriller. Off the Wall was a motherfucker. Like, man, I don't know.
But as far as rappers, y'all think he had a perfect career?
That's a perfect run.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, he take his time.
Kendrick.
He take his time.
If you include the Untitled album, he might have a blemish. He might have a blemish with that Untitled album if it's real. If it's an album, that counts. That Untitled album wasn't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? But we can talk about that. But we here to talk about this nigga Jeezy right now. It's a battle of the albums. 101 versus 103. I'm going to go ahead and start because I think that just the intro alone, this nigga had to use the anticipation and energy from waiting to get the energy from Thug Motivation 101, and that changes the whole dynamic of the start of this shit. Because the simple fact, this shit just went, as soon as the beat started, you went, it's time to go. This song is amazing. The energy just transferred. I don't think that was like a transfer energy thing anywhere else. That only happens, I think, with the intros. But even going into the second song, like What It Do versus fucking Standing Ovation. Come on, dog. Standing Ovation, knocking that bitch out the park.
Wait, I got a question. So if you buy the album version of Thug Motivation 101, Air Forces is featuring Baby D, but Baby D is not in the song. Why is that? I wonder why that is.
Oh, hold on, wait. You said he's not Baby D. Is not. Who the hell is Baby D? But he on the song.
That's not the right question. Where is Baby D?
No, Baby D chilling. You know, he had caught that fed.
I'm hit after Got Money came out and shit. But why is he on this classic album, but we don't hear his voice? I always wanted to know that.
What song is he on?
Air Forces.
Technically, he's featured on Air Forces.
I bought the album. It's a featuring Baby D.
Did he say anything on it?
He didn't say anything. And I know who Baby D is. I know exactly who
Probably
he Atlanta artist.
Probably way to get him some cheese or some shit real quick.
Oh, that's pothead theory.
Pothead fucking theory. Let's go. Let's go. That was great. That was great. So yeah, just looking at this shit though as a whole, it's only so much that so much water that 103 can hold against 101. I don't think that it's a better album. I think 101 is the better album of the two. It's just got the better singles. It's got the better energy among it throughout it, like almost nonstop unplayable. Like you wouldn't let this bitch just rock.
All right,
you will let it rock.
You can't put these albums against each other because they both Thug Motivation. So it's like a series. You know what I'm saying? They both is the same thing for the most part.
That's a cop out. That's a cop out. That's a cop out.
I wouldn't say it's a cop out because it's like this is like you raising the curtains for Thug Motivation 101 and Thug Motivation 103. You dropping the curtains and he ending it. You feel me in a way.
Yeah, but the intro, grand opening, grand closing. You can have a grand opening and grand closing, but you can't. But you at the end of the. I know, dog. I want niggas to decide. This is the discussion. People can't answer the question.
I see. Thug Motivation 101 is better than fucking 103. But I mean,
No, it's not.
all right. So look. So this is
They're part of the
all right.
same
So look,
story,
this
bro.
is they are, but this is the reason I say this. For one, I was one of them little badass kids that got kicked out for wearing that fucking t-shirt. So that's one reason. You feel me? Two, when he first fucking came out, bro, it was like a pandemic.
Hey,
Bro.
look, I
It was-
hear you.
it was a pandemic, bro.
I hear you and all that.
I get that that's your favorite album,
look,
my G.
listen,
I get that. I
listen,
understand
listen.
that.
No, you're not listening. Listen, I hear you, but you're wrong. 103 is better than that. And yeah, 103. Yeah.
Do I got okay? You 103 wins for you. Okay, so it's 2. All right.
I mean, but that's gonna be default because that's his favorite album from Jeezy. So I understand that. But I'm looking at all around the fucking power that album had. You feel me? Like, yeah, 101. Like
103 don't come close. Like 103 got some joints, but
y'all only saying that because
like
that was more
the
street.
brick man came home and went to the
He
club.
was a different nigga.
What's wrong with the brick man being at the club, bro?
We up now.
He was two different niggas.
Both of them albums is great as fuck. You feel
He
me?
was two different
I'm
niggas,
just
though.
looking at the impact that album had compared to that album. That's the only thing that's getting separated
to
from
be
you.
honest, I like 102 better than 103.
Whoa. Damn.
Hey.
What the fuck is you talking about?
That was an uppercut, nigga.
Right, that was, oh man, somebody take offense to it out there in YouTube land and comment because he said that maybe he'll.
Amazing and 3 a.m. and by the way and all that.
Yeah.
I'll take that over 103. All right, man. Hey,
That was real.
I need everybody shit though, man. If you want to chime in. I want to tally this shit up and see what wins here on the Wake and Bake.
you got me, bro.
Best album.
Where you at? You said.
Oh, as far as the two that's up there, I got 101.
Let's go. All right. 3-1.
Oh, I'm gonna go 101.
No.
We wouldn't be popping.
I'm gonna go a no.
What the fuck does that mean?
I used to hit the kitchen lights.
Like you feel like you in a trap when you hear that song.
Hit the kitchen lights. Now it's marble floors everywhere.
Ha
Roof on the coop's gone.
Give a fuck what he sold.
Shit.
Hey, listen. Fuck y'all.
And fuck you too. Hey, so it looks like 101 beats 103. What do you think in the comments? Let me know. Is 101 a better album than 103? Is Bones copping please to get out of the whole fucking thing? Because you gotta make a choice.
No cops, bro.
Whoa. You gotta relax. Right. Cause we not.
I literally would put both back to back and put it on random.
All right, which one would you play first? If you can't choose, which one would you play
If
first?
you had both CDs in your hand, which one is you putting in your motherfucking CD player first?
I don't have a CD player. What are you
All right,
talking
if you
about?
had,
What you wanna listen
all right,
about, man?
no, all right. I switch question. You slick.
I don't have no CD player.
You slick. I got you.
Motherfucker.
All right, you a cool one for that one. So look, if you was on your phone right now and you had to play either Thug Motivation 101 or Thug Motivation 103, which one are you playing first?
I got title. I'm putting both on the playlist, and I'm pressing random, and I'm gonna see what song play first. Whatever song play, I'm in.
Look at both tracks.
You said
What's the first song you
title.
would play
I
on
said
either one of
you.
those tracks?
Right now, at this moment,
All right, so yeah.
it's all about how I'm feeling.
If you look at all
If I
these
put 'em
songs,
in-
Just look at all of them.
Which
Which
one
one?
play first? Out of all these songs on both albums, what song are you gonna play first?
No, man, I don't know. Sometimes I might turn on the Super Freak. Sometimes it might be the Last of a Dying Breed.
He said Super Freak first though.
You know, it
He
just
went there
depends.
first.
I don't know.
He went there first.
So that means 101,
I might go
4,
sky's the limit.
103,
I might be working out.
But
2.
he said
He said
more songs off of 101
But
than
he
that.
went there first.
I'm just saying he said more
He
songs
went-
off of 101 than
he
he
said
said
You
103.
said what would you play first, not how much you would play more.
All right, so
You said
look,
what you would
I'm
play
just gonna
first.
say this one thing about
He
the
went
Wake
there
and Bake
first.
podcast. Y'all always put motherfuckers against the wall, but
Pause.
thank you, no harm. But we always got to come out swinging and answer these questions. How come this motherfucker always talking about?
Come on, you can't do that. You can't do it on the show.
Don't get mad at me because I learned how to do it. You swing.
Yeah, hey, it's an art to potting.
You talking about CDs? What do you? It's 2022
And that's why I
CD.
said
If
your
I got a
phone.
CD, I got it in a piece of plastic, and I want it for 20 years later or something. I don't know, like an Aaliyah album.
Let us. Oh.
Fuck you.
And from there, let us know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. I talk back. That's worth a discussion one day.
We can talk about it now. What we doing?
Do you did Aaliyah have a run? I don't know. Did she?
Oh, she had cold.
She had a run.
Well, did she have a classic run straight through?
Yes. Now I can't necessarily say that her album was a classic because back then I wasn't listening to full albums and CDs.
I grew up with a sister, bro. That one
Me too.
album that when it was like the little red beige cover or whatever. That may be the classic right there.
Nigga, that's a classic run. The first three.
Vote,
that's a classic run.
Yeah, that was the Obituary album.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh
my God. No,
I'm saying that was the. Of course, that's nigga. That was the one before the death.
Are we live? No.
We are rolling. We are rolling.
Oh my God. It was such a dramatic pause too.
Nigga say something and he pop up the hell.
Oh my God.
I ain't even said nothing yet.
Every artist last album before they died, I ain't mean it in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? I just mean by that was I said it as a joke, but I just mean that was the album before she died, right?
Man, she did not have a
R.I.P. Aaliyah, man.
No, she did.
A lot of it was her potential and the specific songs that we can remember by her, but she was never the greatest singer of her time. You know what I'm saying? The hottest singer of her time.
Who was better?
Jay-Z.
What do you mean? She came out in '94. Whitney Houston was still out.
Like they two different categories, bro. Like
I can't even have this conversation for real.
It was a lot of people that was like, it was 702 was out.
See, that's not her moment to shine. So how can anybody put her in that type of category?
I mean, but she had, but see, and see, the thing is, she also had the ultimate weapons at her disposal, though, and did not reign in her years. Like, right, no, but did not reign in those years. She didn't reign in 1990, what is that, 98? That was 96, right, and then waited until 2001. 2001, but Beyonce was out. She was doing her thing. She was running around. Beyonce wasn't out yet? Okay. All right, I accept that. Hold on.
They were pushing Beyonce for the forefront of everything when it came down to a female singer. She got, whatever you want to call it, she didn't get that position that she should have, because truth be told, Beyonce is not.
If we look up,
go ahead. They want to give it to Beyonce. She already got everybody with the group shit. Like, Destiny's Child.
They didn't have to put in.
But I'ma say this, bro. Like,
I get that.
I mean, they look at that. We see how much you making in a group.
You gonna make it.
Kill us by yourself. Come on.
Okay, so look.
Okay.
From when you see,
Giving her a run though. At least
So look.
giving her a run.
when you see these albums, right? Like, and I'm gonna be honest right here. When you see these albums, that first one, that's when she was working with R. Kelly a lot, right?
Yeah, that was the most classic.
Okay, cool. No, what? All right, look. That's mostly R. Kelly. Now, what's the second one? The second one, did she break from R. Kelly at that particular point?
No, yeah, she started working with Missy.
Okay, cool. Right there. That's the point right there. So go back. Look at the time frame. So that first album is R. Kelly. The second album is Timbaland and Magoo and Missy and all of them. You feel me? And then that fucking Aaliyah album, that's like her breakout herself. You feel me?
Her magnum opus.
She didn't like she say she didn't get a chance for that glow. Like Beyonce had that album when she took the fuck off. That was that album, bro. She didn't get a chance to experience that shine.
Cause once she started opening up, you know.
That's a big gap though, from '96, and then you don't drop it till 2001.
And see, and that's why I say she had a classic career, cause man, she, you know what I'm saying, album wise, like I said, I didn't listen to Aaliyah album wise, but just thinking off her singles, classic. Then on top of that,
Hold on. Let me say something. I was one of those people waiting years for them to put Aaliyah albums on streaming. I was one of those.
But you gotta think though, from her.
Drake and Chris Brown sat there and took her stuff and sampled it.
Okay, hold on. All right, because I'm about to. I want to push this forward though a little bit. I want to push this forward because at the same time, now this is something that's being discussed amongst people about Jay-Z. When did Jay-Z ever reign in a year where he released his music? It's not many years that you can go ahead and say, you know what, Jay-Z was number one. Like 2001, he put out Blueprint. But guess what? Niggas was dropping. Dog. Like, did he really run it?
But his reign in the late 90s was so tough that's what carried him on to now. Because like you say,
consistency.
Yeah, that too. That plays a big role in consistency because he
stay current for sure. But you look at everybody that was dropping in and those areas, He outlasted all of them. He's still relevant right now.
Yeah, he's relevant, but one thing he has never been hot, the hottest artist. And no, never.
He can drop right now.
He can drop that. I give you that, bro. He can do that, but he has never been the hottest artist in any era that he has been in. Never.
There's two types of artists in the game. There's the artist that requires one album every 1 to 5 years, and they sell out that album, and that's the artist that literally put out work every 3 to 4 months, and they keep coming back with hit to hit to hit. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, there's a couple of them. They all are.
They gotta drop shit.
Yeah, they don't have to drop shit. They gonna sell out.
But even Kanye ran a year. And even Kanye ran a year where it was like, where is Jay-Z at? Kanye ran that year. Like 50 Cent ran. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too many years. Nelly.
Did Kanye got a classic run?
Oh,
Kanye.
Whoa. Hey, talk about. That's not what this show is. We have one Is It a Classic segment. We did 2. Y'all, we already off. Classic run.
Yeah.
Okay.
he did.
Okay.
I think he did.
All right.
He had a run. He had a dog ass run. Kanye had a dog ass run. People gotta give Kanye
still running.
his respect. They got to. I mean, you gotta give Kanye his respect.
So hey. Yeah. So let us know what you think. Is it a classic? Does Aaliyah have one? If she has a classic run, let us know in the comments. So we gonna go ahead and get into the shits though, because guess what?